The Stars and Your Rising Sign, Part 2. The components of what make up each rising sign were covered in Part 1. Part 2 now goes over the characteristics of each of the 12 rising signs. Each sign is time-stamped so you can jump right to yours. Let's learn about each of the rising signs. Aries Rising. Aries key declaration, I am. Those born with Aries Rising are perceived to be naturally ambitious and courageous, and their appearance can be prominent. Aries Rising wants to be known for taking action and their leadership role in starting projects. You are bold and passionate and want to be first. Aries is both a cardinal and a fire sign, which means you have double the powerful initiative and ambition for the promotion of your goals and self-focused interests, as well as the energy and enthusiasm to achieve them. Aries is of the masculine polarity, which indicates outgoingness. Aries' ruling planet is Mars, the warrior, which provides you with the drive, aggression, and competitiveness to act. The symbol for Aries is the ram. You are assertive and enterprising. You will ram through anyone who tries to block your efforts. Aries is the natural sign of the first house of self, life, and beginnings. With Aries in the first house, it's natural for you to be more concerned about your own personal affairs than those of others. You are me first in your desires to develop your personality and appearance in order to live up to your potential. The opinions of others can easily be second to yours. You have a strong feeling of being in competition with everyone, including yourself. You often feel like you are inferior to others and feel like you have missed many opportunities. Because of this, you may have a hard time finding peace of mind. With Aries Rising, you were born with a strong independence and will learn to work with others through the give and take of your close partnerships and relationships. These are the characteristics of Aries Rising. Taurus Rising. Taurus key declarations. I have, I possess. Those born with Taurus Rising are seen as being reliable and thorough in all their activities. Taurus Rising wants to be known for building up their resources, possessions, and values in a practical, steadfast way. You are sensual and passionate and enjoy comfort. You also have the ability to instinctively know the needs of those you love. Taurus is a fixed sign, indicating you are stubborn, determined, and goal-oriented. Taurus is an earth element, which indicates you are practical and dependable. The Taurus polarity is feminine, which indicates you are receptive and passive. The ruling planet is Venus, the lover, who represents the motivation to relate and acquire. Your basic impulse is acquisition. You have great potential for accumulating resources. You tend to be materialistic in order to protect yourself. If unbalanced, you can become a pack rat, holding on to all of your possessions. The symbol for Taurus is the bull. Once a goal is set, you have the strength of purpose to see it through to the very end. You can be extremely stubborn and have a hard time seeing anyone else's point of view. Taurus is the natural sign of the second house, which emphasizes creature comforts, finances, and possessions. It is only natural that you are concerned with your security and personal welfare. Money is meaningful to you. You are a stabilizer who gathers, assimilates, collects, and builds. You are practical and are concerned with the basic needs of physical life, such as food, shelter, love, and the money to buy what you need. What you need is determined by your individual personal values and whether they are practical or lavish. Taurus is the sign of value, both material and personal. With Taurus Rising, you were born with a fixed stability and will learn how to transform, change, and share through interactions in your close relationships. This is the description of Taurus Rising. Gemini Rising. Gemini key declarations. I think, I communicate. Those born with Gemini Rising are perceived to have two different faces to their personality. Gemini Rising wants to be known for their ability to communicate and exchanging a variety of ideas. Gemini's mode is mutable, meaning you are flexible and dexterous and can adapt yourself to the needs of others. Gemini's element is air, indicating that you are intellectual. You have an adaptable mind but will question every concept until it's proven. You have a masculine polarity and are confident and outgoing. Gemini's ruling planet is Mercury, the messenger. You need to communicate. The symbol for Gemini is the twins, and this represents your dual nature. You thrive on change. You have two sides to your personality, one which is cheerful, flexible, and versatile, fitting into a group. The other is cutting, specific, particular, exploring individual interests. Gemini is a natural sign of the third house, which relates to communication, short distance travel, siblings, and neighbors. You need to express yourself and want to go places. You connect with others through your communication skills, whether spoken or written, and sometimes both. Your ability to understand conflicting ideas makes you popular. You do not want to deal with jealousy or possessiveness. You have a great independent streak. You can have several projects going on all at once. You cultivate a wide variety of interests, making you a fine teacher because of the richness of information you possess and your ability to recall it. It would be beneficial to learn to focus and prioritize your multiple interests in order to get things done. With Gemini Rising, you were born with a need for diversity and will learn the value of consistency through your partnerships. These are the characteristics of Gemini Rising. Cancer Rising. Cancer key declarations. I feel, I nurture. Those born with Cancer Rising are seen as someone whose focus is on home and family. Cancer Rising wants to be known for creating and sustaining emotional bonds with those to whom they are close. Cancer is a cardinal sign, and you initiate action to preserve your inner security and protect your home and family. You are a leader, but will often lead from behind. You are steady in a crisis and are tenacious in getting what you want. Cancer is a water sign, which colors your nature with strong emotional sensitivity and spiritual or intuitive ability. You love to care for others and tend to form a close circle of friends that is closed to others. You are concerned with safety. You have a receptive, feminine polarity and are a nurturer, offering support and sympathy when needed. The ruling planet for Cancer Rising is the Moon, which is not a planet, but the natural satellite of the Earth. The Moon represents responsiveness, sensitivity, and nurturing, as well as fluctuating moods. The Moon goes through phases, and so does Cancer Rising. You are secretive, sensitive, and patriotic. The symbol of Cancer is the crab, which carries its home on its back. When you're threatened, you quickly retreat and hide in your shell. Cancer is the natural sign of the fourth house, which relates to the home, family, heritage, foundations, and land. Your emotional stability or instability is the product of your early environment and parental influence. You are very protective of your family and sensitive to the feelings of others. Of all the signs, Cancer Rising is the most emotional and the shyest because of the emotional and receptive nature of your rising sign and its ruler. With Cancer Rising, you are born with great sensitivity, and you will learn to balance your feelings through relationships that provide you with emotional discipline. These are the characteristics of Cancer Rising. Leo Rising. Leo key declarations. I create, I will. Those born with Leo Rising are seen as those who know their value. Leo Rising wants to be known for their creativity and their bold leadership. Leo is a fixed fire sign, which gives you the characteristics of stubbornness, determination, and fixity of purpose. As an initiating, active, enthusiastic, passionate, masculine polarity, you have a flair for drama. You need outlets for your creative expressions and experiences. You have more hope and optimism than any other sign. Leo Rising is ruled by our very own sun, which is a star, not a planet. The sun represents vitality, life, ego, creativity, and expression. Leo can be bigger than life as the sun wants to shine, create, express, and display. You are stubborn and never want to admit defeat. You are also rigid in your opinions and security-oriented and do not like change. You may sacrifice your creativity for your choice of career. As your ability and success rises, so does the likelihood of your becoming egotistical and believing you know better. The symbol for Leo is the royal lion. You are goal-oriented in actions that will ultimately develop your ego and pride. You are very loving and affectionate and want to be appreciated. A simple praise is a sought-after reward. You want everyone, including yourself, to be rewarded appropriately. Leo is the natural sign of the fifth house, which emphasizes children, creativity, and entertainment, so it's natural for you to have these characteristics in your life. You see yourself through your creations, which include your children, as well as your works of art and risk taking feats. You want to prosper and do well for yourself and your family. You are great at organizing and make a strong, dynamic leader who believes you know better than all others. You are inspiring, intuitive, charming, and playful. With Leo rising, you are born with great passion, and you will learn to temper it through the objectivity of those with whom you are in a relationship. These are the characteristics of Leo rising. Virgo rising. Virgo key declarations. I analyze, I serve. Those born with Virgo rising are seen as supportive and needing stability. Virgo rising wants to be known for their ability to analyze and serve in a practical, dedicated way. Virgo rising has a natural instinct that will help you in your career, especially in the communication fields. There's a good chance of success if you use your potential constructively. Virgo is a mutable earth sign, which makes you adaptable and grounded. You're a practical multitasker. Order is particularly important to you. Virgo is of the receptive feminine polarity. You have a practical approach to the material world, which helps you discriminate among what is good, better, and best to ultimately bring purity to your life. You seek quality over quantity. Virgo's ruling planet is Mercury, the messenger, the fastest, most detail-oriented planet, motivating you to learn and communicate precisely. The symbol for Virgo is the Virgin. You are modest and humble. You do not like being put on the spot. You can be overly self-critical. You want to be correct. Virgo is the natural sign of the sixth house, which governs matters concerning detail work, health, and service to others. It is natural for you to be interested in the medical field, real estate, and occupations that require constant attention to details. You can become overly health conscious. You want perfection in your life. You are kind, meticulous, fastidious, and detail-oriented. Virgo rising are the workers of the zodiac, and you are often placed in supporting roles. You enjoy routine responsibilities. You may come across as petty or fussy. You are a critical thinker and need to examine every situation in detail. With Virgo rising, you were born with material practicality, and you will learn spiritual sensitivity from those with which you are in a relationship. These are the details of Virgo rising. Libra rising. Libra key declarations. I balance. I partner. Those born with Libra rising are seen as people who love equality in partnerships. Libra rising wants to be known for their ability to relate to others and exchange ideas in a fair and even way. The need to relate is a strong element of your personality. You have good manners, have thoughtful remarks, and are a welcomed guest. You are persuasive and will encourage others to see your point of view. You initiate actions towards teamwork, marriage, and business partnerships or close associations. Libra is a cardinal air sign, which gives you leadership and intellectual traits. Libra is of the extroverted masculine polarity, and the ruling planet is Venus, the lover, which represents beauty, charm, and sensuality. It motivates you to relate. The symbol for Libra is the scales that seek balance and justice. Your desire for harmony and balance can lead to indecision. You can easily ignore your personal problems. You are fair and considerate of others and do not want to hurt anyone's feelings. Libra is the natural sign of the seventh house, which is the house of partnerships, justice, and social interaction. You love companionship and enjoy being with one special person. Because of your strong need for relationships, you may rush into commitments too quickly. You need to talk things through with a trusted partner. You can be more concerned with your close relationships than your family ties. With Libra rising, you are born with a desire to put your own thoughts aside to make peace with others and will learn how to define who you yourself are through your close partnerships. This is the description of Libra Rising. Scorpio Rising. Scorpio key declaration, I desire. Those born with Scorpio Rising can be seen as aggressive and ready to fight battles, but under that exterior is a reserved and cautious person. Scorpio Rising wants to be known for their power and deep personal transformations. You give a lot of thought, study, and practice to any situation. You desire deep thought, deep study, and deep training. You are goal-oriented and work with shared funding or possessions gained through the resources of others. Scorpio is a fixed water sign, which accounts for your fixed, stubborn nature and intense emotions. Scorpio is a receptive, feminine polarity, indicating that you take things into consideration before responding. Scorpios have two ruling planets, which are the traditional planet of Mars, the warrior that fights, and the modern planet of Pluto, the transformer that transforms. Scorpio rising can have intense life experiences that renew and transform. You want to change things. You have a need for power and control and can learn to manipulate in order to maintain it. You need to guard against the extremes of becoming obsessive, possessive, or dictatorial. The symbol for Scorpio is the scorpion with a poisonous stinger. With Scorpio rising, you can be suspicious, jealous, unforgiving, and secretive. If you are betrayed, you will get revenge. Scorpio is the natural sign of the 8th house, which represents death, passion, sexuality, and taboo issues. Therefore, it's natural for you to be interested in deep spiritual meanings and the afterlife. There's a strong sense of purpose and the need to question every action. You like to solve mysteries, dig things up, and get to the bottom. You can see your shortcomings and problems clearly and are always looking to transform yourself into something better. Because of all the self-evaluation, you may overlook your own positive qualities. With Scorpio rising, you were born with a need to control others, but you will learn inner control and self-respect through your committed partnerships. This is the description of Scorpio rising. Sagittarius Rising. Sagittarius key declarations, I seek, I explore. Those born with Sagittarius Rising come across as optimistic and pursuing life on a grand scale. Sagittarius Rising wants to be known for taking action in daring physical and spiritual adventures. You are a truth seeker, eager to explore the world. Sagittarius Rising are the philosophers and spiritual teachers of the zodiac. You are outgoing, multicultural, and love anything international. Sagittarius is a people-oriented fire sign with a masculine polarity. Both are extroverted and action-oriented. A mutable mode gives you the ability to be adaptable and changeable. Sagittarius' ruling planet is Jupiter, the sage, the largest planet in the solar system, whose impulse is to explore and expand. Jupiter represents optimism, abundance, and a big appetite for life. Your optimistic outlook leads to great accomplishments. You have a real need for a challenge. You will reach your full potential if you are encouraged. The symbols for Sagittarius are the archer as well as the rainbow. You have strong faith and a positive spirit. You work on developing your mind and can often rise to great spiritual and philosophical heights. Sagittarius is the natural sign of the 9th house that represents truth, integrity, higher education. It is natural for you to seek knowledge. You are the perpetual student, always searching for new subjects to explore. You like to be with people on your own intellectual level. You are interested in the world around you and you enjoy higher learning and spirituality. You need open air and love to be outdoors. You enjoy risky adventures. If you are not challenged, uncharacteristic depression can set in. You have lofty ideas and want your name to be associated with your concepts. With Sagittarius rising, you're born with the ability to reach for higher truth, and you will learn practical reality through your interaction with others. This is the description of Sagittarius rising. Capricorn Rising. Capricorn key declarations, I achieve, I use. Capricorn Rising comes across as being rigid and self-controlled. Capricorn Rising wants to be known for building their career in a practical, honorable way. You have a sense of reality about yourself and the world. Capricorn is a difficult rising sign with a built-in sense of duty and obligation. Achievement is important to Capricorns. You work hard until you reach your goal. Capricorn is a cardinal sign and is ambitious and enterprising. You are an initiator of action that seeks to enhance your public image and your business and professional influence. Capricorn is of the earth element that makes you a practical and steady leader. You are of the receptive feminine polarity that absorbs ideas and thoughts that will help you reach your goals. Capricorn's ruling planet is the ringed planet Saturn, the taskmaster, representing responsibility. You want an honorable life and your reputation is important to you. You seek status. You have a sense of reality about the world around you, but at times have a hard time seeing yourself clearly. You often underestimate yourself and need the compliments of those close to you as reassurance. The goat is the symbol for Capricorn. You are able to start from scratch and you are not satisfied until you get to the top of your mountain. You need the stability of home as your security on your climb to the top. Capricorn is the natural sign of the 10th house, which is the house of responsibility, perseverance, ambition, and career. Because of this, it is natural for you to be concerned with achievement or public recognition, resulting in a higher position in the community. You can display great confidence in some area of your life and be timid in others. You can feel guilty about almost anything. Your self-confidence wavers, and a small setback can lead to depression, which physical exercise can help alleviate. With Capricorn rising, you were born with the drive to achieve, and you will learn about emotional nurturing through your committed partnerships. This is the description of Capricorn rising. Aquarius rising. Aquarius key declarations. I know, I aspire. Those born with Aquarius rising come across as distant and hard to feel close to, even though they are really friendly, outgoing, and generally upbeat. Aquarius rising wants to be known for the ability to communicate and institute new ideas for the betterment of humanity. You are deeply concerned with the betterment of mankind as a whole and have a futuristic understanding about life. You are a humanitarian and are socially aware of the latest trends. You are an innovator and are open to new ideas. Aquarians are of the fixed mode, indicating you are inflexible and like things to remain the same, especially when it comes time for you to change your ways. You are also fixed in your opinions, especially when they go against the popular consensus. You are of the air element, meaning you are a thinker and can overthink any matter. Aquarius is of the positive masculine polarity, suggesting you are outgoing and generally upbeat. Aquarius's ruling planets are Saturn, the taskmaster, the traditional ruler, which motivates your responsibility, and Uranus, the revolutionary, the modern ruler, which gives you the drive to break with tradition. You are willful, contrary, and happy to be unconventional. You are quite independent, so much so that you may sacrifice a permanent relationship for your independence. You feel comfortable with computers and other technical equipment. The water bearer is the symbol for Aquarius. Aquarius is the natural sign of the 11th house, the house of friends, technology, clubs, organizations, and the unique. It is natural for you to relate to large groups of people, but not on a one-to-one intimate basis. You have a deep understanding that is the result of a consistent thought process. You may overthink matters. You are detached, objective, and are a good observer of people and life. You like to know what makes other people tick. You also enjoy learning about yourself. With Aquarius rising, you were born with a philanthropic, public-oriented focus, and you will learn about your own individuality through your interactions with others. This is the description of Aquarius rising. Pisces rising. Pisces key declarations. I believe. I dream. Those born with Pisces rising are seen as being compassionate and understanding. Pisces rising wants to be known as a benevolent, self-sacrificial support to their community. You are somewhat secretive and do not reveal much of yourself, so it's difficult for people to get to know you. You have strong insight into spiritual subjects that can lead you to the study of mystical teachings and the prophetic realms. Pisces is a mutable sign under the flowing element of water, which is symbolic of flexibility and sensitivity. Your passive feminine polarity allows you to take in and absorb other people's energies. You connect with others through your sympathetic, supportive, and caring nature. You blend well with others, so much so that you may disappear into your surroundings. However, you would be sorely missed. The ruling planets are Jupiter, the sage, as classical ruler, which motivates you to explore and expand, and Neptune, the dreamer, the modern ruler, which seeks out the divine. You are good at expanding your spirituality. You are idealistic, devoted, and will make sacrifices for others. The symbol for Pisces is the fish. You find comfort near the water. You are sensitive to the people and situations around you. Pisces is the natural sign of the 12th house of secrets, confinement, institutions, and creativity. For this reason, it's natural for you to experience secret sorrows. You can relate to individuals who may be mentally, emotionally, or physically challenged in some way. Your work is of real value to your community. You must learn not to undervalue yourself. You can escape into imagination. Because of self-doubt, you can create a different persona and use your imagination to become that character instead of really trying to find yourself. With Pisces rising, you are born with natural spirituality, and you will need the practicality of your partner to ground you. These are the characteristics of Pisces rising. To learn more about yourself and the components in your natal chart, check out our sun sign and moon sign teachings. Visit learningtobeyourself.com.